up out there?
Damn.
Hey, welcome to the NorCal Sports Network. And I'm wearing my glasses in honor of the guy below me there, better known as the bad guy. That's right.
People like me.
That's right, man. Mine are just red and green, man. They're just therapy glasses for when you get a concussion. So anyway, great. Hey, Ready, Set, Rush. He's over here. Love it. Love it, man. He just joined us over from Rise Channel. Thanks for joining. We are going to be talking some Niner football tonight. But first of all, you know, the title of the show is Do the 49ers Need to Make a Trade? And then the sub-headline was, what was it? I got to look at it.
NorCal Sports Network fantasy football controversy.
Yeah, what the heck, man? Bor and I make a deal.
It's a fair deal. It's an even deal on both sides. If anyone does, I'll read out the trade right now. It's completely fair. Dan and I have been talking for days and days about doing a trade. And
I didn't propose this trade.
I proposed the trade. You know what? And here's my reasoning. I'm 0-6. I'm not waving the white flag, but guess what? I need to make a change because there's still a chance I can run the table, and I needed to make a change. And Dan was up to trading with me, and guess what? We made a monster trade. So here's the trade: Jonathan Taylor, Zach Charbonnet, Rashee Rice, Rashad White, and Christian Watson are coming to me for Bijan Robinson, Josh Dobbs, Zach Ertz, Amari Cooper, Khalil Herbert, and Antonio Gibson. We talked about it for a long time, and there were some counters and a lot of discussions about it, and we came to the agreement that this was a good trade, and I think it's a perfect trade for both of us.
I don't have any skin in the game because I don't trade, so it doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me at all. But for some of you out there that vetoed it, like, why? Like, do you really think one got over on the other? Not really. It's a pretty even trade.
I mean, you got to look at it this way.
You guys who vetoed it must be insecure about your team. I am not.
You got to look at it this way. Woo! Some people say it's a good trade for me because Bijan on paper. But what is Bijan's biggest game this year? How many points was the biggest game for you this year, Bora?
Let me look it up.
I don't think he got 25 yet, has he?
He's gotten.
I can't, Senior. It's already been vetoed. It no longer.
He got 23. He got 23 times.
But he's been in the low teens a couple times too, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's gotten 11 and 13.
Yeah. I mean, you're going by basically what the prognosticators say he should be, but he hasn't really done it consistently. I'm kind of gambling that he will. That's what a trade is. I'm also reluctant to give up on Jonathan Taylor because he could be the number one guy in the league quickly. He could be a 20+ a week guy the rest of the season.
You put anything behind what Will says there, saying Bora being 0-6 plays a huge role if the records are identical, the trade goes through?
Of course, yeah, because the people at the top don't want to see Dan succeed and get better, but there's punishment in the league, and I don't think anyone wants to have a punishment, and especially the embarrassment that you could feel walking around Oracle Park.
Well, if you think about this, and I understand what you're saying, but there is quite a bit of money up on this, and maybe people want to win.
Of course, people want to win, and I'm not. I put money too, and I'm not just gonna wave the white flag and get rid of my $75.
Exactly. I hear you.
How many people need to veto it for it to be blocked?
4 or 5, I think.
Damn, that many. So that many vote vetoed it. Huh.
That many
Interesting.
people insecure.
You know, when you
Scared.
look
Right
at points,
insecure.
like Mark Graves says, do the points add up? You got to realize some of the points are meaningless if they're on your bench. You know,
Right.
I mean, the points can add up in favor, but in reality, he's gaining 3 starters. He's getting Taylor, Watson, and White. I'm getting 2 starters out of the deal that I play, and that's Bijan and Cooper. The rest, Josh Dobbs, I'm going to play him over Goff and Jonathan Allen. No way. Ertz over Laporta? No. Gibson? Where's Antonio Gibson? Where am I playing him?
It's a
You know?
pretty even trade. I mean, people are tripping off Amari Cooper. Like, that's just the name. He plays in a run-first offense with not exactly – Deshaun Watson, when he comes back, hasn't even been all that. So what's Amari Cooper's best game been this year?
Last week.
We know what people are tripping on. It's Bijan Robinson. It's a top 5 draft pick going to Dan. If he was not included in the trade, I guarantee you there would be no veto and nobody.
What do you think about what Trock says? Says, Bora, you just don't want to be punished. The rest of the league is trying to win money. Stop it.
So am I. I'm trying to win money. I'm not eliminated yet. There's still a possibility of me to win money.
Well, we know somebody that vetoed it, obviously.
I mean, I'm 0-6. Obviously, my team hasn't worked. I got to make a change. Both teams get better in their own ways.
Yeah, Senior, I would type it up of what the players were involved, but I can't remember what it was. It's gone.
I mean, all I got to do is accept it again because it's been proposed again. I can just put it back.
Oh,
up.
has it been proposed again?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
hold on. Then.
I haven't done it yet. I haven't accepted it yet because, to be honest with you, you guys think I'm just like raking this.
Oh, never mind. So
I'm legitimately don't want to lose Watson, Taylor, and Rashee Rice because I think Rice is going to get better. And Charbonnet, if Kenneth Walker goes down, he is a top 5 back the rest of the season. Would you agree with that, Loaf?
I agree with that.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I mean, but fantasy is all about what.
Oh, here we go. Just we got real quick. You got Trock says he admits it that he vetoed. Will B says I vetoed that BS with a quickness. I guaranteed you Heroku and Proctor did as well.
Okay, Will, why is that one-sided? How is that one-sided? There's a million trade analyzers that Dan and I have used, and they all said that it's pretty even. I mean, if you're just looking at Bijan, he hasn't been the superstar that he was expected to be, but he's been a really good player. And Jonathan Taylor is on the rise.
Oh yeah, hey, you want to bring in Will B and Trock? Do you guys want to bring them in, or are you guys? It's up to you. Here, I'll put the link in the chat here.
I mean, we're all adults, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there's no fireworks here.
No.
I mean,
hey, don't forget.
I'm not bringing out my 357 right now.
I don't think we're going to get to the Niners much tonight. This is going to go.
I think it's going to be all final. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do the trade stuff on the weekend.
Hey, we're talking about war and we didn't even know it.
Exactly. Look at that.
Real war right here.
There we go, man. Military
Fantasy-
history. Here, let me
Fantasy
document this.
football war.
Fantasy
right up
football.
your alley.
Bring in the opposing sides. Who are
Hey,
the
by the way, how many we got in the house? 33. Everybody
33.
right now, subscribe to Military History
Chronicles? Yes. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate it.
Military History Chronicles. Type that in the chat there, Eric.
Yep.
Eric's got a brand new show. He may be even going on tonight,
Right after. Yep.
right after this. And
I just saw that everything's linked up, so we should be good to go.
it's going to be a channel dedicated to military history.
Hey, how about that?
Well, Eric, in your military expertise and background, would you say that the aerial and tanks of Bora and Dan are superior to Will B and Trock?
Oh man, are you saying
you
they
know
have
what?
overwhelming force?
I mean, Bora's the young one of the group, so he's probably the pilot.
Yeah, there you go.
He's on the front lines, man. I'm sitting way back. I'm like, get up there, Bora.
Oh man, that's
Bora's like going, hey man, I got a whole life to live. You get your ass up there, man.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, as a person that is 5-1, second in the league, second in points, I can say I did not veto because I don't think it's a one-sided trade.
I didn't even see the
really,
trade. until you
really
guys talked about
confident
it.
in my team, and I don't care what other teams do. So, I mean, yeah, B. John Robinson.
Thank you, Reddy. Appreciate that, buddy.
But
Thanks.
Jonathan Taylor, if he gets back to where he was, he's going to be, and their quarterback is out for the year now. Remember that. So they're going to go back to running the ball a lot, and Jonathan Taylor could be the main cog in that. So
He's
the other
getting
guys,
all the red zone
the other
carries.
guys are all a wash.
All right,
I told Bora weeks ago that I thought B. John Robinson was not as dominant as his draft pick status was because Algier still gets a lot of carries.
All right, and we bring
He doesn't catch.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second.
Atlanta's offense is not that good, guys.
Ryan.
They're not that good.
And we bring in one.
Right. Oh,
Here he is.
And we also got the host of West Coast Bias, our buddy Ryan. What's up, Ryan?
there he is.
And there he went.
There he is.
Hey, what's up, Ryan?
Hey, Ryan, brings the channel over here. Everybody subscribe. We need to pump up these guys' channels. West Coast Bias.
Yep.
That's right. West Coast Bias, not East Coast Bias. We already know that exists.
Not Midwest
I
bias.
mean, we know that West Coast Bias exists, but East Coast thinks they are better than the West Coast.
I like that handle. I like that handle, Ryan.
So
There you
West
go,
Coast
West Coast
Bias,
Bias.
go subscribe right now and subscribe to Military History Chronicles.
Oh, I'm so stoked for your channel.
Oh man, that's gonna be fun.
Wait, what are we
Tonight's gonna
covering?
be- Well,
You're
tonight.
you're coming in on a trade controversy right off the bat.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, tonight I'm gonna do a current events live stream today. But I'm gonna do some pre-recorded stuff. Military history and all that good stuff. But yeah, we'll be doing some live streams to talk about current events because it's hot and heavy right now with that type of subject matter.
This is true, Will. This
It's
is
hot
true.
and heavy
This
in
is-
here. It is.
This
All right.
is very reminiscent.
We got Croc in the glasses. We got the bad guy. Let me put my glasses on. These look like
Chalk, that was a good game, brother.
these look like those guy that's about 89 years old walking down the street with macular degeneration. He can't see where he's going. I got to take these off. It's not a good look.
You don't have a natural like me.
Only one of us on the stream could have it as a full black like that. Lowe's looking good though.
I can put my Maui Jims on.
Don't worry, Pella. These are Maui.
I'll go get my Maui's. I'll get my
I'm not
Maui's
sneezing at it.
and I'll take 20 years off me right now.
Cover the lines, brother. Cover the wrinkles, man. Never a bad thing.
Razor
So-
Ramon. Hey, thanks,
Razor-
Spencer. Appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we're talking about this trade. West Coast Bias, solid name. Right now, we're at east of California Bias with all these trade nonsense that's happening right now. And it's not bad. The trades doesn't mean it's bad. It's a last place person trading with a person that wants to have 1,000 trades in. Oh. Hey, look, Dan, I was on Larry's channel, and there was a kid that came on that needed a DNA test to be related to Kevin. So we might be related right now. We might be.
Yeah,
I'm
it's like,
20 years younger, man. Look,
all of a sudden it's like, wait, Dan, I'm actually starting to come to your side on this trade thing.
Look at that, man.
Switch.
I got the big T right there, Texas Rangers.
No,
Took
the
it
T stands for trade.
took it on the chin tonight. But
Yeah, that was a slugfest of a game today. Yep.
so what do we got? What do we got, Troc? What's
So
give
keep,
us your,
keep
give us your
elaborating,
take.
Brock. Keep
Give us your
elaborating.
take.
I'm
on
not.
the-
I'm not mad at anything by just for the sake. Like, I'm not mad at not a thing. I'm not overwhelmed or anything. I did veto it because I looked at it and I was just like, wait a second here. Why is the last player in the league trading their entire team to Dan? Like, this was over a 6-person trade. It wasn't like it was like a player for a player. It was an absolute Dan trading his entire bench for Bora. I don't know. What do you have, Bora? I mean, please enlighten me. I know it's just lonely at the bottom. I'm not that far behind you, but I'm just saying, that's a little rough.
Let me change your viewpoint, because my starters are Lamar, Olave, Amari Cooper, Bijan, Aaron Jones, George Pickens, Sam Howell, and Michael Mayer. Those are my starters right now. I'm trading.
Bora, the
out
problem
of those
is
starters.
you're at the bottom of the league, and your starters don't sound appealing to a lot of things.
I
But
like
okay,
I like
Dan's
Olave.
trade
That's fair.
But Dan's
But here are
trade
my starters.
is more appealing. Here's the thing, and I'll disagree with Los on this point. He was talking about Bora is trade. I'm not disagreeing with Bora's trade. I don't mind Bora's trade. What I disagree with is Bora giving up any assets that he has that might be of value to strengthen a top player's team. That's all I have a disagreement with. Bora, you're playing for. But if you win out, Bora, and the thing was not about. Your first comment was, I just don't want to get punished, which is fine. And then you can't say I'm trying to win money too, my brother. You're 6-0. There ain't a paycheck in your cards right now. It's everybody else up top. I'm in the middle scrambling. I'm not saying I'm going to win this thing, but I know I'm not going to be last. So that's my thought on this whole trade. When I said I vetoed it, it's nothing against you, as I just can't strengthen Dan's team. That's it.
Brock,
Okay.
if it was only like 2 or 3 players on each side, would it be a little bit more agreeable to you? Is it the so many players that turned you off?
Yeah, I looked at it at a glance, and there was 6 teams, 6 players traded, and I was like, look, dude, I'm just gonna veto this automatically. I'm not even gonna look at it because I don't have time to look. I said I just got back from Reno. I just can't look at everything. But when I saw a bottom tier, the bottom of the bottom traded with someone else, I'm just going to veto it just because there's no skin in the game for anybody. Dan, this ain't a charity, and I know you're a giving man, but it's not going to help the rest of the league.
It's a bad visual. I agree with that. It's just a bad visual. I got to say, though, since I'm rocking the Curry brand hat, Wardell just hit like a 37-footer to win the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They came back, huh?
Will be what's your military perspective on this trade?
My military perspective, I thought Bora was getting screwed. that was my perspective. I'm like, holy shit, Bora, what are you doing? I was like, no, I gotta veto this sucker, man, because there ain't no way. Not only that, but
Was it because of Bijan Robinson?
Oh yeah, man, Bijan, he's gonna be a top 3 running.
I'm telling you, that's what it is, man.
For the rest of the season. Jonathan Taylor's probably going to be about 12 or 15 the rest of the season. To me, it was just there was too much of a disparity there. Like, and Amari Cooper is going to be a top 20. Christian Watson is going to be a fringe top 20. So, I mean, to me, it looked like you're giving up way too much for that trade. I thought you were getting the shaft on that one.
Yeah. Okay. Here's my point of view, and I'll tell you guys this. First of all, Proc, I can agree, and I can appreciate your thought process of trying to block Dan, right? But I also don't think it's kind of fair. You said that you just took a glance at it and that you didn't really look at the players. If you had looked at the players, there was only 2 starters in that, and
I looked at 2
were my
players,
bench
and
players.
Bijan was one of them, and I didn't see any significant players. And also, it was an offset. It was like an offset deal for Dan. I think it was like a 5 player for 6. And
that was because,
and I'm like,
yeah, okay,
because you know why, Dan? Because you can't drop as many players as Bora can, and it's not.
I'm actually dropping. I would be dropping like Gainwell to make room. So you guys got to realize, I gotta
We realized we vetoed it. We realized real
Yeah.
fast.
I got week 9. I got a tight end on bye. I got a quarterback on bye, and I got a tight end, quarterback, and my defense. So I got to drop certain players. So, originally the deal was going to be 3 for 1. I was giving up 3 and I was getting Bijan. But Bora had to drop 2 guys. So he added the 2 guys to the trade that he was going to drop. That way I could drop the guys. I have guys. I don't have to wait 2 days for waivers to the guys to clear again and all that crap. And then he came back with a 5-player. He also made Bijan available to Heroku, who didn't take it. Right, Bora?
Yeah, I offered Heroku a bunch of trades. He didn't take it. The thing is Dan is 6th in the league. He's not in the top 3. He's 6th. He has a record of 3-3. So he's trying to improve his team as well. He's not 6-0. He's not 5-1. He's in the middle of the pack and he's trying to improve his team. I think a lot of people just look at the star power and they're like, oh wow, yeah, that's so unfair. But if you look at the production Bijan has had this year, he hasn't been a top 3 back. With Ritter playing quarterback, the teams are stacking the box, and Bijan isn't getting that running room that he could be getting if he had a competent quarterback. So,
speaking of from experience, Bijan's been annoying as fuck. And like, if I was at the bottom of the league, if I was at the bottom of the league, I'd be trying to get rid of him.
He's not getting the touchdowns like he's supposed to be getting.
No, and like, he's running a million routes, which is cool, but he's also has Ritter at quarterback, and he's just overthrowing him and doing all this stupid stuff. He's going to pay off more towards the end of the year. I think Jonathan Taylor is in a similar basket. I don't think Jonathan Taylor's going to be that good this week versus the Browns, but I bet after that he starts getting, 70, 80% of the touches.
West Coast Bias, are you in the league?
No.
Then shut your mouth. Let me ask you this, though. With that said, and Bor, you said Dan's not the top 3. Dan's the top 3 in points. Dan is sneaky, going to get in there real quick in that top spot. He's a win away to get in that top 3 spot. So we understand how Dan's maneuvering. He's you ever seen the guy that trades a stapler for like a Tesla?
Yeah.
Dan is trying to be that guy right now. Dan is that guy. And I got to recognize that early before he gets those big trades. So I have to recognize that first.
It's like the episode of The Office when Dwight starts off with like the paper clip and he just keeps trading it up and he's like trades that for a piece of tape and then a stapler and then
Well, Bora's trying to give him a bag of magic beans, and then Dan's like, "Hey, I got something for you." So, that analogy. That's the same Office tape.
I'm actually not the one who we've been working on Bijan. I mean, we had a deal the other day that was completely different, but it involved Bijan and a few other players, but one of them was ETN, and ended up getting nixed. And but like I say, I could go either way because I like my team. I like Jonathan Taylor. I love Christian Watson. I mean, Christian Watson's, if you follow the rankings of, all these different ones out there. I mean, there's Roto Trade, there's PPR, Pro Football Focus, there's Established to Run, there's 4x4. I mean, I subscribe to some of these things, and I pay the money to. But if I follow their advice on everything, they've got guys like, they don't have Watson ranked as high as I think he should be, because he's healthy now. And he's a guy that I had last year that I drafted this year specifically because what he did for me last year. Yeah, granted he had Aaron Rodgers, but he is their number one receiver, and he's a guy that can put up 15 points pretty quickly because he could get, he's a deep threat, and he's also a possession receiver, and he's a red zone target. He's their number one receiver. I think if you look at his points, he'll probably score more. He probably ends up scoring more than Cooper going forward. Bijan and Taylor, if you look at if I just did the trade just like on Yahoo itself.
Here's the trade analyzer I use. And for the whole trade, it's a 95 value to a 91. I mean, it's not – Bijan is the star player. Bijan's the best player here. But I'm getting 3 starters where I'm giving up 2 starters. I'm giving up Cooper and Robinson. Those are 2 of my starters that I'm giving up. The rest of the players I'm giving up are bench players for me.
And they're not even probably worth keeping, to be honest.
No, I mean, I'm getting Jonathan Taylor, who's going to start, Rachaad White, who's going to start, Christian Watson, who's going to start, Charbonnet, who could start if anything happens to Kenneth Walker, and Rashee Rice, who is a start. Who could be the one for Kansas City. He's trending up. So I think a lot of people just look at the name value and are like, oh wow, that's completely overwhelming and lopsided. Whereas if you really break down the trade and all the players, and if you put it into the trade analyzers, it's a really even trade, and it's a win-win trade for both parties.
I know one thing for sure. If anybody out there seriously thinks like Bohr is like dumping, that's not in his DNA. He's actually trying. He's got pride. He's better than his 0-6 record is. So
yeah, I actually tried
it's
to
nothing like that. So
I tried to get something over him a couple days ago, and he said, "Man, I'm not giving away my team." So I was trying to get. Who was I trying to get from you? I was trying to get
Bijan and Lamar, I think.
Lamar for who did I offer? I can't even remember. It wasn't.
Or I just sent you a trade request. Can you throw in the analyzer? And for the record, maybe I just want to see you rocking that Speedo, streaking across the Giants field.
Streaking across the
he's young. He's young. He would look better than any of us in our 40s.
And that's why. It's better him than me, baby. It's better him than me.
Hey, speaking of the, did you see the hit the guy took last night in Philadelphia?
He got
Good.
clobbered.
Oh my goodness!
Good.
That
He
was a
was running
spear.
on
He did a Goldberg spear on him.
Oh my goodness! If
awesome.
that was me, I would have been concussed for 16 years. Man, that would have just rocked my skull. Oh god.
Here's one more point I'll make. Just because I finish if I finish in last place for the whole league, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm the complete loser of the league. I'm pretty sure there's a toilet bowl, a loser's bracket, where the bottom 4 or 5 teams,
I'll
4
say this:
to 6 teams,
there's no
are
real,
going to
there's
be
no losers
competing
in this league.
for
You just
that
finished last.
bottom
It
spot.
don't matter, dude.
You mean like an NIT tournament?
Well, there is
Exactly, yeah.
Yahoo. The playoffs, during the playoffs, everybody plays. So
You want to hear about a loser? I went to Reno and bet real money. I'll tell you all about a loser. It was fucking
That's
me.
why you're pissed off coming back, man. You went to
Hey,
Reno,
you want Brady Bunch Finger? You want the trade because you know you're on top, sitting real pretty, man. That's what it is. You just
I don't care. I don't care about other trades. I'm confident in my team, no matter what anybody else.
no.
does.
My big thing is I had won a lot of money, and then I bet on the Niners and Eagles in a teaser, and lost it all. But I came back late last night. I broke even on. I was up on card games after that, so not big. I'm just more upset that the Niners lost than anything. And the silver lining is the Niners and Eagles have the same record, so that's the biggest silver lining as far as you want sports talk. So
there's a 49ers trade talk there. What do you guys think? PS2 or Burns?
PS2 all the way.
Yeah.
We need it. We need it for the Eagles. We definitely need it for the Eagles.
I think
More the teams
Surtain.
if they get that far.
Who's PS2?
Surtain.
Who's-
Surtain.
The Broncos aren't selling Surtain. They're going to keep Surtain.
You'd have to
You
give up
never know.
one for Surtain. Burns, you could probably
You'd have to
get away
give
with
you'd
it.
have to give up 2 ones for Surtain.
I'm hearing there's a
Exactly.
new name than Zach Ertz at tight end. They're looking at Gesicki
McBride.
of New England.
There's
Oh,
needs to
Becky?
be something on line more than defense. The defense is fine. Like there's a lot of weird things about the defense coming out of this game. We got a defensive end that just needs to learn the system. He needs one more week of practice. It'd be fine. If anything needs to change, maybe a little help on the the offensive line with a 2 tight end set. Other
Hey,
than that,
that's-
it's not bad.
I've been saying that for weeks, and I keep getting pushback. Oh, nobody trades offensive linemen. Bullshit. If they're tanking and the right offer is out there, they'll give. I'm not saying like a starter Pro Bowl, but
What do you mean, like Bora and Dan trade in this fantasy football? Is that what you're saying?
hey, I tell you what, the Niners consistently have trouble with fast, aggressive, strong defensive lines. It is becoming a pattern. And why is that? Because their offensive line, Trent Williams is dominant. Aaron Banks is really good. Brendel's pretty good, but that right side is average.
You know, I'm more
Average.
confident in McKivitz than I am Burford. McKivitz held his own against DeMarcus Lawrence and Zadarius Smith. Trent Williams was actually the one who was getting owned by
Yeah,
Myles
he was getting
Garrett.
manhandled. He got
He was-
tossed around the leg ball.
I just
I would
watched
say
the
McKivitz has been surprising this year as an upgrade from Glynchy. I will say McKivitz has actually been the biggest improvement that I've seen on that line. I've
Yeah.
always thought the interior, if we want to talk aging on the left side, we can. But yeah, I think McKivitz has been something that I've seen in this team and on that line that has been pretty damn impressive.
You know, they got Feliciano from the Giants, and he's physical.
Yeah,
Like,
he is.
Hargrave can attest to that. They went at it in the NFC East twice a year. They might look at going him over Burford because they need physicality. When they play average defensive lines, not a problem. They're gonna have time. They're gonna do their system, and everything's gonna be good.
That was the number one reason, was, in my opinion, why they were a mess Sunday, was the O-line.
Oh, I tell you, I watched the All-22 today, and Cleveland they were pushing them around. Even Trent Williams got thrown around. Now, it probably was after his ankle was injured, but I've never seen him thrown around like Myles Garrett did on 2 plays. I mean, threw him around.
Yeah, he'd like jujitsu through this guy. It was amazing.
Cleveland's a really physical team, but so is Philly, and Detroit. Don't laugh at Detroit. Like, their O-line is dominant. So
Defense too. Defense is good.
Myles Garrett needs more credit than he gets. I mean, I know he's up there in the top, whatever, but he needs more credit than he gets. He
Myles
is
Garrett
a
and
force to be
TJ
reckoned with.
Watt need more love. Like, I'm
Yep.
so
Well,
sick of fucking
We saw
hearing
TJ
about-
Watt. He still was doing his thing in the first week. I
I'm so
mean, like,
tired
come
of
on.
hearing about the Cowboys and Micah Parsons.
TJ Watt's the best defensive player in the league.
Yes, he is, but he doesn't have a star on his helmet, so he doesn't get all the national
Exactly.
notoriety that
Par-
Parsons does.
Parsons, even coming into the San Francisco game, he wasn't even the number 1 rated edge on his team.
Go ask Trent Williams who's better out of those
Yeah.
3 players. Go ask a guy that would know, because these national incumbents that are sucking Dallas off every freaking week.
Oh,
Whether they win or
it's
whether they
nauseating.
They talk about them every freaking day, and just that's why so many people can't stand them. I swear.
Turn it off. Change the
Oh,
channel.
and by the way, I love Juice, but he's a fullback. You know how many times I saw him in this last game running downfield like post patterns? Like, what the fuck? We got decent wide receivers. Why is Kyle Juszczyk running 20, 30 yards downfield? He'll never get the ball in those situations unless he's wide open. Like, he's a fullback. Let him play close to the line of scrimmage. Let him do what he does. They're using him as a slot receiver. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's also the top 10 player, the top 10 most paid player on the team.
Hey, I was just looking, guys, just curious. I mean, I won't get back to this Niner thing real quick, but just wanted to throw this out. Larry's deal with Brian Sabian the other day, made it to the Mercury News.
Nice.
Good exposure.
Absolutely.
Evan Weback just quoted the Krug show. Do I have any ill feelings? No, but I do root. But do I root for the Giants? I can't say that I do, Brian Sabian said during a recent appearance on the Krug show. There's the on the digital
Look
the big
at
picture.
that.
Love
Hey.
it.
Wow.
Look
That's
at
awesome.
that. That is getting some feedback. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
It
That's
is.
huge.
Good.
Good for
Good
him.
for Sabes getting the shot in, man.
Hell
Let,
yeah.
it, let it put more pressure to get rid of Farhan. for sure.
Exactly. Way to
You know
go,
what?
Larry.
Clown.
Sliding back to the Niners. Okay, Aaron L says Kittle MIA. So like, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't hate the Niners just getting either another pass catching tight end,
Yeah.
or just bringing somebody that's just fire at blocking. Like, because Kittle still is so unreal in the passing game, and like obviously we only get to see it. It seems like in big games, but like they have to leave him in to pass protect. He's so damn good.
You mean like a Croft replacement in the NFC Championship?
Sorry, what?
The Croft replacement in the NFC Championship.
The drop
or
down.
not NFC, or the whatever. When he played in the Eagles last year, that tight end role that's supposed to block, we need someone else there to be there. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be a lineman. It doesn't have to be a tight end. Or sorry, it doesn't have to be a tackle, but just a tight end that can block his ass off for smaller fronts to do that. That I would love that.
Like
No, I
Dwelly,
love
yeah,
that.
Dwelly can't do shit. Crawford
No.
can't do shit.
Dwelly's small. Dwelly's a hybrid wide receiver. I actually like Dwelly a lot in pass
Why?
catching downs when they want to do some funky things. But if you want to block people, no, absolutely not.
No.
Dwelly never
Absolutely.
catches the ball though, bro. Never. Ball never
Yeah,
goes this way.
I like Ertz. Ertz is big. He's physical.
Well,
he
he
can punch
catches well.
somebody in the mouth. Trade for him. Get Ertz.
Him
on
or
the team.
him or Charlie Warner are both kind of useless. They just I don't know why they're taking up roster spots. I
I'll
like
get Warner.
their rookie tight end.
That
if
Ward
you-
or the what's his
Willis.
name? Not Ward. The guy
Warner?
the one that drafted like the 6th or 7th round. What's his name?
Willis, Braden Willis.
Willis. Yes, I like
Oh.
Willis a lot. I
He's
think
nice.
he should be the tight end too.
He could
Yeah,
be.
no,
I
that's-
don't know how
that's
well
no
he knows
doubt.
the playbook.
Yeah.
You know Kyle and rookies though.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes he don't like to play rookies right away.
There's definite doghouse in Kyle's system.
Yep.
There are for sure doghouses. But it's I would say this as a surprising to be it as a fan when those players come out of a doghouse and they shine, because Ayuk was in a doghouse.
He was.
Ayuk is looking like the top 10 wide receiver that he is. I mean, he is looking great. So
I mean, do you guys just worry about them just in general in these games where like they get forced into just have like where the other team knows that they're just going to have a drop back passing game and they're not really going to run? Like,
you can't get worried because they haven't done shit and lost to be concerned about until this last game.
yeah.
A lot
I'm
of
not
things
worried
had-
about anything at all.
Yeah,
At all right now.
A lot of things had to go wrong for them, and they still almost won the game.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true.
That shows you
The
like,
kicker missed a field goal. As we're
Two
talking about a
field
kicker
goals.
missing 2 field goals. The kicker missed 2 field goals. I'm not worried about anything. Like you travel on a week and you go and you lose. Okay, that sucks, right? In a rainy deal. It's not Trey Lance rainy. And when I say not Trey Lance rainy, the hurricane didn't, or the whatever else monsoon didn't come until 6 minutes left in that game. There was time to win, and the team put themselves in a place to win. The kickers didn't do it.
Yep.
Am I concerned about this week? No. I do not think the Vikings are as good of a team as people say they are. Their record doesn't show it. I mean, they're not that great, but they went to playoffs the last 3 years or plus years. And then the Bengals are all beat up, coming off a bye playing the Niners. And then the Niners have a bye.
Yeah.
The Niners need to run the ball and spread the ball out and rotate for the
You
sake
know
of
what?
health.
if
Sake of health.
CMC does not play, who starts, Mason or Mitchell?
It's going to be
Mason.
Mitchell for the pass protection.
I think Kyle may go with Mitchell. He loves Mitchell, man.
Mitchell's
I
good,
think
man.
I think it should be Mason, but I bet Kyle goes Mitchell.
He's gonna go Mitchell.
Mason's
He's
not
gonna
a
go
bad
Mitchell.
pass protector. CMC is a bad pass protector. Mitchell hasn't seen the field in what, a year? I mean, really. I mean,
He's injury prone,
besides
He had 2
couple
runs
games,
last
whatever.
week
He's been
for like
fully
-2
healthy.
yards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You get
Daniel
CMC out
Hunter.
there.
Daniel Hunter rushing the pass, rushing the quarterback against a 50% Trent Williams or McKivitz, who, yeah, he's playing better, but Daniel Hunter's a beast. They better have a game plan for him and chip him. He's a problem.
If anything, we lost the game, obviously, but what gave me a lot of confidence and a lot of good out of this game, and I got from it, was look how good Purdy was in those last few minutes there.
I agree.
Dude, no problem at all. The moment wasn't too big for him. He did just fine. He got the ball where it needed to be. Obviously, there was some incompletions there, but he got the flags where the flags would do. I mean, hey, man, that's pretty damn good.
That's a
Second
good
year
point.
quarterback, seriously.
I like that.
Will,
from
you're
a
100%.
from a mental point of view. I like that
Right.
because he had a
Joe
bad
Cool.
game. He had adversity, and when it counted, he put all that aside and made the plays that he needed to, and his kicker didn't come through.
Yeah.
Couple of those unnecessary roughness plays.
Garbage.
Yeah.
How do you hit a guy like this? And I was very upset about that. And I didn't care. I was losing a lot of money at the time, but for the sake of football, I was pissed. I was like, you cannot do anything better than that.
Exactly.
As a defensive player in the moment of contact, that is this is a soft fucking league. No, you go back 10 years. No fucking to 15 years.
They're asking defenders to do bullet time like it's the freaking Matrix now. It's getting a little ridiculous.
Here's what needs to happen though: a defensive player will hurt themselves trying to let up as a guy's coming across the field, and if he's shying away in a bad spot or doing something, he will hurt himself. He'll expose himself. That's a bad thing.
Let me ask the group something. I asked this months ago. I don't know if people remember, but do you guys, and Bora, this maybe doesn't apply to you because you were not born yet, but do you like the 3 major sports more now than you did 20 years ago? Because I don't. I don't like.
I don't either.
No.
Hear me out. I still love the games, but I don't love them as much.
Right.
Football, you just elaborated. I can't stand how they handcuff the defense. Basketball, I 3-pointers are great, but when it's a 3-on-1, I want a dunk or a layup. To kick it out for a 3 overly drives.
Yeah, give me a break.
Let me ask you
baseball.
this.
Baseball. I don't even want to. My thoughts about baseball and analytics.
Yep.
So, 20 years ago or now, which sports do you like? The same?
Do the
or
sport-
better?
Do the sports like you? Does the sports like the fans
Probably not.
more now than they did? No, does
you're right.
I get what you're
the
saying,
3
yeah,
major
the
sports
fans.
enjoy the fans more than they did? And I'll give a question to that because it's an easy question to answer, Los, and it's a good question to propose. But does the sport love the fans more than they did 10 years ago? And I will say an easy answer for me for this. When we watched a player get injured last year and they had more help on the field than would ever be offered to any of us. We got 7 people in this room right now. They had a guy on the field that needed the most help they could have. And they had all the help at their fingertips between medical staff coming in and checking them out and then carting them off the field to the hospital and whatever it is. They canceled the game at that point. I know that there's been a lot of guys that have gotten bad raps for saying they should still play the game or whatnot, but they should. I look, dude, I'm not handling shit with kids' gloves. They should play this game. They should play that game at that moment because he was in the best care that any country, anytime ever could ever have, and was taken care of and carted off. And he's going to be fine and taken care of.
No, definitely.
But the fans, that 30,000 plus fans, whatever they are, spent the money on the ticket, spent the hotel stays. They spent the flights. They spent all the food and beverage. They spent all that. What's that money cost? They don't give two shits about the fans anymore. They gave
really
all the props to the players, which they should. They should absolutely do that. I watched that game. I said, let that man have all the time he needs to get better. Not even a question. When he's gone to ambulance in the hotel, in the hospital, he's fine. He's away. You play the game.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but you should.
Let's go around the room. And Ryan, what do you think? All three major sports. Do you like it more now than you did 15, 20 years ago?
Well, see, here's the thing. It's tough because I'm 28 now. So
Fair enough.
I'm not, 8 years old. I mean, look, I like baseball the most when I was probably 8 years old, but I mean, fuck. The coolest thing of my life has been just this Dubs run. I fucking loved the Giants 3 World Series. Basically, the Giants 3 World Series leading into the Dubs run. So like 2010 through 17, maybe you want to say, was like the peak of my sports life. You also got to throw in the Harbaugh years.
No
I
doubt.
mean, those were freaking sweet. And it is crazy to think like 12 years ago or whatever, that hit on what's his face? The running back Pierre? I can't remember the running back for the Saints that just Hittner just completely murdered with his helmet.
Stole his soul.
And it was just like, wow, this is so sick. Like, we paralyzed him, and now we got to stop on the one.
I guess the question is more towards like the state of the game, the rules of the game, how the game is played, more than like how our teams are doing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'll give you this. The regular seasons have never mattered less. Now, the NFL has a little bit of a stranglehold just because of the 16 games. But like this year, honestly, for a really good team like the Niners, like this is going to be like a somewhat boring, season, because basically we're all just rooting for no injuries. Like they're going to get the 1 or the 2 seed. It's just we're hoping for no injuries and just kind of some fun games. And then it all starts in the playoffs. The NBA, it doesn't even matter until the playoffs. And then Major League Baseball, I mean, I don't know. It seemed like it meant a lot more in the past. So I guess I would say no.
It's not an easy question because maybe some sports you like more, some you don't. How about you, Will?
Oh man, yeah, as soon as I see a team with the corporate sponsorship on their jersey, that's enough for me. I mean, they sold their soul to the corporate sponsors. They don't give a shit about us fans. I mean, look at football over the last
cruise
20
patch.
years. Oh, shoot! I mean, again, they're trying to think. What's next? To go wear flags on their jerseys, flag football. You might as well put tutus on these guys. You can't. I mean, remember back in the day when Montana was playing, that dude used to eat hits. What happened to that? The hard days, back when everything was good to watch. You had actual hits. You had Ronnie Lott out there stealing people's souls.
I got a comment for that, but let me let Danny and Eric answer that. Danny, what do you think?
Baseball definitely was better in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Football too. I don't like was reminded Sunday. Can't even hit a guy over the middle, and you might as well just put a tutu on the receivers.
Right, exactly.
And I mean, that was just ridiculous. What are you supposed to do? Guy catches the ball, it's first down. If he's able to knock the ball loose, this defenseless crap. How about McCaffrey getting pushed out of bounds? Runs him into the bench. That's defenseless. I mean, they did call a flag, but a lot of that goes uncalled for. How about quarterback releases the ball constantly, and the defensive lineman just gives him a push and knocks him over? I mean, and it depends on who's the quarterback. If it's a rookie, they don't call it. If it's Josh Allen or Mahomes, it gets called. It's just bull crap.
Right.
It's so frustrating to watch.
How about basketball? Basketball?
I think with Steph, I like the game better today.
Fair.
I miss 90s basketball, actually.
What's that?
What's that?
I actually missed the mid-90s basketball.
I miss big men in basketball. I
Right.
miss big men doing what big men do. I miss Olajuwon. I miss Patrick Ewing.
Mm,
I
David
miss
Robinson.
Shaq. I miss people
David
just
Robinson.
getting it and just, you are too small for me. I'm going through you.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that's just how it is.
Through you and over you, and you're
Exactly,
gonna be. You're
you
gonna
could
be
say the same thing
posterized.
with Michael Jordan.
Yeah, as
Yep.
great as people like to go crazy over a Steph Curry 3, just imagine watching games in the 90s and
It was
watching
much funner.
Jordan
There was
dribble
more
through three
dunks.
people, dribbling through 3 people,
Yep.
and then going at the center and not trying to finesse it. I'm going to go over you and dunk.
Yeah.
That to me is better basketball than 40 to 50 3-pointers in a game.
Love it.
Just my opinion. Go ahead, Eric.
That's
what
why.
do you think?
That's 90s basketball was fantastic with just the Bulls and the.
And I know
dominance
there were
that they had.
lower scoring games, but
Yeah,
I like defense.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
but to go to baseball, because that's kind of like my wheelhouse, is the way the baseball has changed is just it's nauseating. But the good thing is, especially with this year, with the new rule changes, we're kind of getting back a little bit to where where baseball used to be. Granted, you still got the 3 true outcomes, but you're starting to see people run on the bases more. You're starting, with the disengagements for the pitchers, you can't keep throwing over there, so you got steals going through the roof, and it's just there's just a lot more balls in play. So then, like you said, you're speaking about the defense for basketball. It's the same thing for baseball. Now you're able to see a lot better defense play, show the guys who have the range to go deep in the hole to make those plays and to make a strong throw. I mean, that is just exciting baseball. I absolutely love that. So, with that being said, 20 years ago was better, but I would say that it's not as bad today as it was the last few years.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not disrespecting the skill of today's players. It's
Right.
more just how the game
rules.
is the rules and
Yeah.
how
It's
it's
changed.
played.
And that's what I'm saying. Like with the shift, I didn't like the shift because it doesn't
No.
show your defense.
And we talked about this when Ned was on, I think. Don't you just love when baseball players and outfielders go into their back pocket when the next
Oh
guy comes
God,
up?
man.
There we go. What am I gonna do on this one now? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This guy hits the ball 62% of the time to right center. Let me go over 4 feet. What the fuck?
I saw Texas Rangers. All the Texas Rangers are going to their hat. They bring off their hat, look, and then put a hat back on.
I went to Candlestick many, many times. Giants games, 49er games. And I can tell everybody on here that stadium went crazy, a little bit louder when Lott would lay somebody
Oh, yeah.
out,
Oh,
not
yeah.
even lay them out, just a big hit. Bavaro, receiver over the middle, or Haley sacked the quarterback. That crowd went just as loud, if not louder. I was there. My hearing was great. Let's be serious here. And then a Montana to Rice touchdown. I'm telling you, people love defense and big hits. I mean,
yeah.
football is a violent sport. I'm not talking about like putting people out on stretchers and killing people. I understand. Don't hit them helmet to helmet. But people love them violent hits. And now that part of the game is gone. Ronnie Lott, LT, they couldn't even play in today's game. They couldn't because they hit 2. Mike Singletary, watch the film of Mike Singletary hitting people. Everybody he hit, snap back. Penalty, flag, first down. He hit him too hard.
And the bad thing is you could go back only 10 years and go back to Deshaun Golson and Dante Hittner. Those guys couldn't play in today's league either because they were out there crushing mofos.
Rest in peace, Dick Butkus, who just passed away. Did you see some of his film? Oh, my God. But football fans, real football fans, love that kind of football.
Yeah.
And that football's gone. It's gone.
I just want to throw this out there about basketball. Like, I think Curry gets a bad rap, like getting lumped in with like the, everyone just shoots a zillion threes thing. Cause it was like, he was the first guy to do it. And it was so fucking sick when he was doing it. It literally was like watching like those crazy players in March Madness, like Jimmer Fredette, but he was doing it in the NBA for the first time. Now, these teams that just do that now, like they just have a bunch of guys that don't even shoot 40% from 3 and they all shoot it a zillion times. Like, screw that. And I think that's where people miss, like with the Warriors, like part of what makes them so good is actually they're not even that heavy of a 3-point shooting team anymore. They really aren't. It's like play and stuff.
That's spot on, man. It's like a
guys are
copycat
clowns.
league. and everybody's seen the success of them doing it. And now kids are shooting threes now to practice. They're not practicing free throws. They're certainly not practicing layups or mid-range. Everything is three. Curry completely changed the game. And you're right, like all these other people are trying to do it, and they're not Clay and they're not Steph. Sorry, man, you're not. So
What do we
God,
got going?
I don't know if any of you guys saw it, but I mean, I'm sure Dan obviously remembers, but like I had a few like heated arguments with Larry about like Larry Bird versus Curry and like Magic Johnson versus Curry. And like, obviously, like you can argue either way, but it was just that he was being so dismissive of it as like even a possibility that I was like, oh my God.
So he was taking Bird and Magic. You were taking Curry?
Yeah, he was saying like Curry couldn't even play like in the 80s.
Well, he was saying
like,
the game in the 80s was so much better than it was today, and that you couldn't do.
Well, I agree with that, but Curry can play in any era.
Yeah, that was more the thing.
Yeah.
But then if you the other
Well,
argument
that's
is
right.
I was
We
like,
were
if
saying
you,
Curry would have been a star because he would have what would have happened is those guys would have been forced. They said they would have been forced to come out and play him, which would have opened the game up.
Yeah.
well, and like the hypothetical also was like, all right, time machine, we are bringing the Curry Warriors and like the Bird Celtics to play each other, but like the Bird Celtics don't like have any knowledge of the future. They're just coming straight from then, and the Warriors are coming straight from now. And I was like, I think the Warriors would wipe them off the floor just because it was like, it would be like literally like if you go back and watch those games, like they're packing in the paint. Like it would just be like warm-up jumpers. Doesn't mean anything like bad against them. It's just that like that's what I thought would happen.
And then you have Giovanni Vegas, who's saying, fellas, professional sports are all rigged. Don't invest too much time into them. Thanks for that, Giovanni.
Someone's got to let me know about these
Appreciate that,
games
yeah.
so I can bet on them.
Let me know what the right side is on the bet. I'll go to Reno with Trock, my boy Trock. Why aren't you going to Tahoe, bro, instead of Reno?
Work.
Gotcha.
But also, the Reno side of Tahoe is a little better, or the Nevada side of Tahoe is better than the California side. So,
No doubt. It's been a long time.
This is true.
living in Reno.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's an
Reno in a
interesting
while.
argument, man. I like to
Also-
hear those. Go ahead.
I want to say also there was an establishment in Reno that I was there for work, mind you. So I had to take customers out. There's an establishment in Reno that would let you pay with your credit card to have nice
Oh.
conversations with girls. Not
There you go.
physical, but I get to get in the door, whatever it is.
Did you
And
see
eat
Jimmy
dinner.
G?
That's a little further south than I was. I'll put it that way. It wasn't there. But so
Man,
for the girls
I'm straight cash at those places. I'm not
Oh,
using
yeah.
credit card.
100%.
No trace at all.
Let me. This is why I brought that up. Is I brought some clients out there, and I work for a company that allows me to do certain things, but they don't want to know about it, type of deal. It was on the. They told me on the credit card it is the French Quarter restaurant, and I was like, oh, well, boys, knock yourself out. I'm just gonna
There
be
we
here
go.
and have a couple cocktails and get a massage. It'll be good.
Hey, you're smart, man. Tax write-off. I took some clients to an establishment and wrote it off.
Oh,
I like how we're on the same page with establishments.
yeah.
Establishment.
You got points though.
Win-win. Everybody wins. It's
Oh,
Reno.
No, but back to the Niners. I don't think. I mean, the headline is, do they need to make a trade? I don't think they need to make a trade, but I think they should make a trade.
Right.
And I'm with Trock. I think it should be on the offensive side. Get another playmaker. Get a pass catching tight end to complement Kittle once and for all. If you need another wideout, need another running back, who knows? More scoring. This is what we've just been talking about the last 10 minutes, that they handcuff the defense. So why get another defender? Oh, we're getting another big hitting safety. Why? So we can get flagged? Let's get
You're
more
probably right about that.
playmakers on the offensive side.
That's a good point. Actually, I don't. So I just my rant on safeties. Why Gibson is just such one of my favorite back end people on the Niners. He's not that hard hitting safety. He makes a play on the ball, which I think if you're hitting a guy, he's already made the catch. if you're making a play on the ball, you're breaking it up or having a turnover.
Right.
I'm the biggest fan of Gibson, and I know that we have I can't remember his name. Anyways, the 3rd round pick we got this year, and I was against it.
Jaylen Brown.
Not that he's bad. Not that he's bad. It's just the type of player that he is to Tufunga. I think they're two of the same people, but I think Tufunga does it better. And I want that free safety to make a play on the ball. That is just my biggest after draft reevaluate the team. I look at that and say, that was a miss. That should have been offensive line because there was a good offensive line there, offensive lineman. But that position is not a problem. It's not a problem at all right now.
Gibson's very, very. He's a very high IQ player,
Mhm.
and you know what I also love about him? When the balls hit his hands, he catches it.
Yep.
Tart.
That's the biggest thing. Like these last year and then this year is like the Niners are actually turning the ball over. Like their
Right.
defense has always been good under Shanahan, but they didn't turn the ball over, which is just such a massive factor.
Facts. Yep.
Secondary is IQ, and Los, you hit that, man. That is, if you play cornerback, like cornerback is the hardest position to play on the field, and we'll take quarterback away from that for the sake of anybody else. But cornerback is the hardest. You don't know what play's happening. You see a read post snap, and then you see the play develop, and then you got to react. It is such a high IQ play. More high IQ players need to be in that position. And like you said, Gibson, man, he is, for me, the most underrated player on the 49ers that does something so good day in and day out.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that. Hell of a player. I think they bounce back and have a pretty solid win versus the Vikings. Extra day of rest helps definitely for sure.
Do you agree with like the somewhat boring season thing? Because like since I like started doing this channel, like I haven't like I'll go on Larry's like post game Niners, but I'm like not wanting to do Niner content because it's just so oversaturated, and it's like every little teeny millisecond of the freaking team is broken down a million different ways, and it's like we all know they're gonna go 13-4 or like 14-3. Like there's not that much controversial to really talk about with this team. It's just kind of like enjoy the games.
Yeah,
It's almost like the content creators are kind of hoping for a loss because more people will be like, "Oh my God, it's something to talk about."
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's more surprising. Yeah, that's a good point. Definitely.
That's why you come to NorCal Sports Network for Giants talk. And who wants to talk about the Giants?
Well, at least
Not
Niner
right
talk
now.
is like boring golf. At least when you play boring golf, you score good. So that's okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. You know, the story about Brian Sabian not rooting for the Giants. I mean, how many people have they turned off? They've turned me off. They turned a lot of fans off, and they turned the people that worked for him and gave their heart and soul to the organization.
They brought the club 3 world championships, and then you just let them.
Hey, look,
come on, man.
I can tell you this, and I'm not going to say who, but I know that there is some Giants ownership that would love to have Ned, but they don't have the full decisions.
Of course not, because they got a board. You got 7 damn people.
That sickens me that he's there. He's available. He probably wants the job. He loves the city, even in its state right now. And ownership would rather have that other guy.
Listen to how he talks about the team, how much passion that man has in him. I mean, holy shit, man.
absolutely.
God, man, exactly. God.
He would turn this thing around. He would be all about it, man.
Damn, Kuminga said that tonight felt like a regular season game, even at playoffs a little bit.
Well, yeah, they were playing all their starters in the fourth quarter there.
Warriors are going to be interesting this year.
Yeah, now that is a team that like I'm down for all the content because that team could go a lot of different ways. I didn't agree. It seems like Larry's pretty down on them. He said like 0.5% chance of a championship. I think they've got a top 3 chance in the West.
I think
Kuminga scored 18.
I know.
He
Dude,
had a good game.
I'm drinking the Kaminga tea. I don't even care. If it's
I'm with you.
preseason.
I'm with you.
Senior,
also on
I
Kaminga
kind
and
of
Malik
agree
Monk.
with
I like this
Senior.
team.
The one thing that scares me is how old they are and how are they going to
Right.
hold up? How are they going to hold up? I mean, come on. I mean, really. I mean, they got like this geriatric gang. I mean, how many players they got at 34 and older? Green, Thompson, Curry, CP3. That's 4. And if Rudy Gay makes a team, that's 5. I mean,
Yeah.
Rudy Gay still playing? Jesus.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of talk that Clay's this is his last year. That he's
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Bob Myers is making it seem like that.
I think Clay could come back if he signed a Draymond type of contract, like 4 and 100. Clay wants, I think, 35, 40 mil. And I think the Warriors are just like, nah, man, like you're on the downside of your career. Like take 25.
I
Like
wish I
remember
traded him
you got
last year.
paid $80 million for 2 years and you didn't play. Like remember that. But I think Clay still thinks he's a top player and deserves top money. And that's
He ain't gonna. He's 34, man. He's gonna be.
I
35
know.
next year.
I don't
There's
think
just-
he should be asking that. I'm on the Warriors side on that.
Hendricks, I don't know if I meant to say top 3 in the West in terms of a championship. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm taking the Warriors over the Lakers. Now, if you want to talk yourself into some young team coming out of nowhere, I
do
still
you
don't.
like?
I mean, get the Warriors in the playoffs, even if Chris Paul's injured.
Ryan, where do you put the Kings at then in the West?
Oh, I feel like I'm going to be really disrespectful to them. They're 5-1 to win the Pacific. They won it last year. I mean, I think they're going to still stack up a bunch of regular season wins. I don't know, maybe 5 or 6. Some team like the Thunder or some young team's going to come out of nowhere and just.
Memphis gonna fall back a little bit.
Yes.
I don't know. Well, they're going to be missing Ja for a while, but I do kind of like that they have Marcus Smart. He's just so
Right.
Memphis.
Yeah.
Ryan, I bet you that the Kings finished ahead of the Warriors this year.
In regular season standings.
Yeah.
How about
Probably.
because I don't
Well,
know.
I
If
can't,
you
it's
look-
tough. When you get the playoffs, it's tough when you say that, though. It's tough.
Yeah. Well, what about
Yeah.
this? The pod or the cup, the NBA Cup, because they're in the same little grouping. It's like 3 not that good teams. I think it's the Spurs. It's like 3 shitty teams, and then the
Are you going to be
Kings
honest?
and the
You
Warriors.
watch that shit?
I will. Well, because it's built into the regular season, so I will. It's just I don't know. It'll be thrilling.
I'll having a vacation through that.
The NBA Cup.
Fucking the Kings signed JaVale McGee. Like the Warriors could have used that size. Like
The point guards for the Kings, I like them a lot. I really
Oh
do.
yeah.
And Sabonis is a center. There's a lot of
Sabonis
shit
also
they
was
could do.
hurt last year, definitely.
Yeah.
There's a
they
lot
got
of
some
stuff
they
could
got
do.
some valuable experience playing the Warriors in the playoffs last year.
They really
And I'm a
did.
big Malik Monk fan. I think that guy's going to have like 6 man of the year. Like he's going to be good.
I love Monk.
Anybody that could beat the Lakers is my team. When it comes to NBA, man, I fucking hate the Lakers.
Have you guys watched that Netflix documentary about the referee that
Oh yeah, that through that. It made me so angry, dude. I remember
That-
growing
the
up
guy
as a
that-
kid
guy
watching
that
all
threw
those
the
games.
that Kings Lakers playoff game was done for the books.
Dude, it was stolen.
Oh
Should've
my
been
god,
ours.
totally stolen. Wow.
BB should be pissed.
Oh,
Was BB in it? He
Oh,
should've
yeah.
been.
Mike Bibby, yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was there.
Netanyahu, that's on the next show.
That's pretty good.
You said BB, it's Bibby.
BB, yeah, Netanyahu, yeah.
So
That'll
Dan
be
and
on Eric's channel, the Military History Chronicles, and that's coming up
Soon.
probably at about within the next half hour. Military History Chronicles. Go over there and subscribe.
Appreciate
Get
it.
get this channel up and going. It's a subsidiary of NorCal Sports Network, but we had to
Subsidiary.
we had to separate it for
it's the G League.
yeah.
Hey now,
Oh man.
come on now.
We had to separate it.
Oh,
for
I say
tax
that in all
purposes.
respect.
We had to separate it for tax purposes,
There you go.
and
There you go.
you know the fact that some people come to the NorCal Sports Network to escape from reality, and then Eric just brings up a mega
Brings
dose
it
of
right back
reality. Mega dose of reality, like we're all gonna get die.
Nuclear war, everybody.
Oh man.
So Danny and Bora, are you going to revisit your trade and maybe tinker with it a little bit? A player here,
They
a
just
player
tried.
there?
They just tried.
They
didn't
tried.
tinker with it though. They didn't tinker with it at all. They did the same damn
Troc-
trade.
No,
Troc,
it's not. It's
keep an open
condensed.
mind, Troc.
It's already been vetoed. It's
Not
in there no more.
again.
Yeah, it's
A
not in
third
there no more.
time?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Hey, you're going against the machine, baby. Me and the rest of the league aren't putting up with this.
Hey, just remember.
Oh wait, hold on.
Just remember one thing. Hold on.
Oh wait, there's a new one out there. I see. Okay.
Oh, that one hasn't been. That one's still
Okay.
there. Okay. I was
So,
just gonna.
Eric,
I-
are you
I
going
was
to
just gonna
do?
show you the Venmo account that has everybody's $75. I'll just have to hold that hostage.
Dan,
for a
I
while.
would be good with this trade if you threw in instead of Watson, Devontae Smith. I think that'd be a perfect trade. to be honest.
Devontae Smith has a hamstring injury that could
Yeah,
put him
he's
on the IL.
He's got a hammy.
Yeah, but for the rest of the season, Bora, over Watson all day long.
I'd go Watson. He's the one in Green Bay.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But Philadelphia's offense much better. They have a great end of season schedule for the playoffs coming up. Now Dan don't want to sell him shit. I'm not even saying nothing anymore.
Yeah. What were you saying? Ryan?
Anyways, my bad.
Oh, I was going to ask, are you doing any also going back through the history?
Oh yeah, I'm
stuff?
gonna do some ancient history, military history.
Oh,
stuff.
let's go.
I'm gonna get into it. Yeah.
Never mind.
You'll be up till
It
1
ain't
in the
happening
morning.
now. It's not
You'll be up.
happening now.
You'll be up to 1 in the morning, man. This is
I
this-
might. I just might. There's a lot to unpack.
Eric's
right now.
wheelhouse
Last
is
time.
not only baseball and military history. It's after midnight. It's like he is what's that, like a
Nocturnal?
possum? Like, yeah, he's like a possum that comes on. You keep smacking him and he keeps coming back.
Oh man.
Yeah, you can all of a sudden Eric will be just like a possum. He'll be talking to you and he'll just be looking down,
Honestly,
Read-
I'm telling you.
reading the
I'm
chat, and then he'll come back and it's like, I'm telling you, he's alive, man.
I said because in the 21 years I was in the Air Force, I spent about 3/4 of it on an off shift, whether it's mids or swings or whatever it may be. So I'm used to staying up late.
Look at Will Martinez just making up numbers.
Oh, what happened to? He just left. Ryan
Who was that? Oh, Ryan?
just ducked out.
I think he's signing on to the Military History Chronicles right
I haven't.
now.
I haven't set it up yet. I gotta set it up.
Oh, I think he's looking for
Might be.
it.
Maybe.
Bora offer a Troc trade.
He offered me a trade earlier.
No, I
What
offered
do you-
him a trade because he pulled up the Yahoo Analytics. So I was like, show this on stream. What's Yahoo Analytics look like? He would have got a lot more points than I did. So whatever. We can do it again.
You could look at the trades and
No, that wasn't Yahoo Analytics. That was a different site that looked at the total value. It wasn't just like look at the point system or the
Well,
And the other
Well,
thing
whatever,
about
that they've
Kepler,
done
you
so
do
the
what
far.
you
other thing
gotta
about Devontae Smith is we don't know. They signed Julio Jones. Is there?
Oh,
do,
yeah.
do they know
True.
something about Devontae? Maybe. Jeez, I don't know.
Well, what has he done here recently? Let's see. Not a whole hell of a lot.
I mean, the thing about it is, you know that. I mean, we don't know what Cleveland could do with Cooper.
Assuming they have Watson, which I think he's turned into a total head case. Not that he wasn't before, but I think now he's just total fruit bowl. But if he wasn't such a head case, and if he wasn't playing this injury, him and Cooper would be connecting a whole hell of a lot. That's for sure. But it really seems like he fell off, man. That year and a half off of football, or however long it was, he just really did something to him.
You're brutal, Will. Martinez, that is.
Poor Oh man.
No, I mean, seriously. I mean, when you guys look at these trades, I mean, I'm taking a risk
Oh, both sides are obviously.
because the risk is that Bijan never really materializes in Atlanta because they stack the box and Ritter's crap. With Taylor, you know their offensive line. I mean, we know with Zach Taylor, Zach, help me out, Moss has done. Moss has been averaging like 18 points a game. How much would Taylor average in that same offense? He does everything better than Moss. Now, one thing that Moss does even close to what Taylor does. So
split carries.
Well, one thing to keep in mind too, though, is Bijan is being used more as a pass catcher at the moment, more so than Taylor has in the past previously. And it being a full point PPR, you're getting a point for each catch, right?
right.
So that makes even Alvin Kamara, as much as he's not really doing anything right now, he's catching the ball crap ton of times. So
Yeah, if you look at Bijan's points, the most he's got, what was the most he got for you, Bora? 23
Yep.
in a game, and he's had 11 and 13
And
Two-
10.
and 10. So he's, I mean, that's 3 crappy games. I mean,
I love how Dan is arguing against these trades.
Well, here Jonathan Taylor in his game last week with like half the snap count caught 5 passes for 46 yards.
right,
So
but he didn't run.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's not the Bijan type for catching passes. Yeah, but he's basically the only Pro Bowl caliber weapon on that team, on that offense at least. Pittman he's
Falling off.
He's fallen off, but Taylor is the guy in that offense.
Who was the
Moss is doing it.
who was
Why
the
didn't you
fantasy?
trade for him 2 weeks ago when he was IR'd? That I would have gone for that trade.
Hey, who was the fantasy football MVP so far through week 6?
Oh,
Tyreek
CMC.
Hill.
Hill. I
Any
think
player,
you got
any
him low.
player, any player.
I think you got him low, so I think it's Tyreek Hill.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, because the
fantasy football, I
quarterbacks
think
have
so.
been kind of, nobody's
Yeah.
really stood out. Yeah, could very well be. Jalen, I don't know what's going on with Jalen Hurts. I think he's missing his offensive coordinator a little bit more than people think. He just doesn't quite look exactly right, but he's got time to flip it around.
He's doing all right in fantasy.
We had a guy.
oh crap! You mean you guys vetoed this stuff again? What the hell?
they?
What the hell?
Look at Trump.
This is not even a fun league.
And-
This is not even.
No, this is a fun league.
This is BS. How can
and the 2 guys that vetoed it, you brought them on the show.
that's easy? That's easy.
And there they go.
Oh,
And there they go.
You will.
Later, dude.
That's easy.
You
There
don't
we
get
go.
yourself up.
And then there were 5.
Oh man.
We'll bring him back in. Jeez. I don't know what.
It's all good.
Look at, you know what? I'm going to make
Well,
sure
good.
every freaking trade gets vetoed. I'm serious. There's no more trading in the league. It's done.
Nobody wants to trade me in the first place.
Dan,
No,
Dan,
the league
is
the
done.
league isn't
The
over.
league
You're
is done
90% of
trading.
the trades in the league.
But every
You're
other trade that you
90%.
guys want them to try to do to improve your team, it's done. I'm
What?
going to find
What?
a
Okay.
way to make sure I will get a coalition of 5 guys, and if I got to pay them $20 each, I'm
The
paying them
axis of
$20.
evil. It's the
Okay.
axis of
You
evil,
know
man.
what? You're messing with the wrong freaking dude now, man.
Okay. All right, hear me out. Hear
Here's
me
the
out.
Josh,
I
the
think I know
John
how-
Gotti and him coming out.
Here we
think
go.
I-
Here we
I
I
go.
love it.
I think I know how we can mend this. Why don't
There
we
you
get
go.
a menage a trois going? Get Trock in there.
In the trade?
Listen,
In
dude,
the trade.
Ryan, I know we're at Bay Area Sports. I'm not in this devil's threesome you're trying to pitch right now.
He's talking about a 3-way trade though.
3-way trade involving you, where maybe you get Bijan.
Look at him.
Okay.
I get BJ. Is what you're trying, Ryan? What are you trying to talk about right here?
Yeah, and you
I
can
get
play with
BJ.
Amex.
Hey, you might have to take the glasses off for that one, Croc.
Yeah, here's the deal.
3-way trade. That's a great idea, right?
Bora
Great idea.
gets Taylor and Watson. I get Bijan and Cooper, which flips over to you. You give me Eckler
Oh my god.
and Thielen.
Well, I didn't know this was a fucking DP trade, and I was the back end of this one.
You didn't say that he got anything.
Yeah, I got everything from the backside, dude. Hell no.
You got Bijan and Cooper, right?
Yeah.
No, you said
No,
I'm
you
giving
said
him
you
can't.
Eckler.
I flipped Bijan and Cooper over to you for Adam Thielen and Austin Eckler.
You mean one of the top 5 wide receiver running back for who again? I'm sorry.
Bijan Robinson. Supposed to be,
And who?
for whatever reason, he's the guy that is the reason everybody's rejecting the trade.
Yeah.
Well,
for
no. That's
No,
between you
not
and Bora.
totally.
Between me and that is different. No.
Why is the trade
that's
getting
worse?
Why is the trade getting rejected?
I think you need to add more to the pile there. Not just
Yeah,
one.
you need to add a fourth person.
Yeah.
Why don't we just
I
blow
am-
up the league?
No, this threesome and this
No,
threesome, I'm not
no.
worth getting
I
fucked
was
in
like,
this
what's
thing.
going on, man?
This is bad.
Don't blow up
Wait,
the
so
league.
wait, Trock. So you
Losa
value
Switzerland, I'm
you
neutral,
value
man.
Eckler over Bijan.
Read the whole trade, though.
Okay,
Bora, let's stick to you and Dan. I am not in this. I'm not the third fucking hole in this 3-wheel. I am not involved in this at all.
You're vetoing it though.
Well, no,
No.
you brought in this other fictitious trade you're talking about right now.
No, well, you vetoed the 3-for-3 trade.
Obviously, I was not the only one.
Yeah, will be
MF.
MF.
And probably
MF
Haruku.
vetoed it.
Haruku's
That,
not here.
that MFer.
MF is on that Jim Carrey. I cannot tell a lie. I vetoed it.
So MF.
Oh my god.
MF.
Haruku
Trout
probably
will
Haruku
be,
probably vetoed it.
Will Martinez
How many people does it take?
I think
How
it
many
takes-
people does it take?
I don't know
Because
if
look
it's
at
either 4
we
or
got
5.
senior. You got senior in here.
Senior
There's
ain't
one
in the
more-
league.
There's
though.
one more person in this
Senior ain't
room
in
that
the
vetoed
league.
it.
Senior
Shit,
ain't in the league.
Ryan vetoed it. Ryan vetoed it, and he's not even in the league.
No, he accepted it. He thought it was a fair trade. Ryan, you think that's a fair trade, right?
Who was the number 1 player in fantasy football
Ryan was
2
being
years
too
ago?
nice.
Who was the number 1 fantasy football player
Jonathan
2 years
Taylor.
ago? Okay, what's changed? He had a bad year last year. He had an ankle surgery in the offseason. He's 100%. He could be the rest of the season become the number 1 RB. He could be. Some
Bijan is
people-
ranked as the
Hey, I'll
33rd
tell you what.
running back
I'll
right
accept
now.
trades, and I figured this. I figured what I want to do out. I'll accept the trade, any of those trades. However, this is one stipulation: we need to increase the punishment for the lowest guy.
Oh,
lowest
I just
guy has
oh
to-
no,
That's
no.
The
fine.
lowest
That's-
guy
yeah,
has
well, let's do
punishment
that.
has
Let's
to
do that.
increase because of this. Because of this
Wait. I just thought of something. Okay.
tattoo
Back-
of all of our names on his butt.
Okay. Would you guys go
You
for
got that
this?
tattoo.
Would you guys go for this? If
NorCal Sports League.
Bora and Dan do the original trade, but as sweetener to the deal, Dan agrees if Bora finishes last that he will also do the punishment.
Oh.
Okay.
Ryan.
Oh, yeah, look at Dan. Dan's like, I don't know,
Because
man.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dan
Well,
doesn't
that
Yes.
know now.
might change things.
Yeah.
Dan,
Yeah.
would you do that?
Oh.
Look at
oh,
Bora.
no.
Dan.
If Bora finishes last, if Bora finishes last, Dan has to get Bora's name on his ass, and then Bora has to get Dan's name on his ass. I think would only be the proper form
my God.
for this $75 buy-in fantasy football that we got.
Oh,
I ain't
man.
running across.
That is a visual.
I ain't
right
running
there.
across Oracle Park bare ass.
I
I
don't
wish
think
you
they
showed
would mind.
Dashing
to be honest.
tattoo.
No, I like that idea, Ryan. Dan, would you do that?
Yeah, I would do that. I'm confident there's a particular fellow in this room that has a good shot at last.
Does anyone have
Without
one?
naming
Anyone
names.
have one?
Without
win?
naming names,
Hey,
I
I
could-
got 2 wins.
I could show you him.
Two more than Bora.
I could show you. I think might be the guy that finishes last.
Show the
No,
standings.
no, I can't. He's gone. Ah!
Show the standings, Dan.
Yeah. What are the standings?
He might be. He might.
Here, here.
Two.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. It's up on the board.
Oh, so there is one
Look.
winner.
I'm sixth, man.
You're not showing 12th place.
Oh, no. You got to scroll down for Bora. It gets worse.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Look at my points allowed. That's just completely ridiculous.
Yeah,
That
you
is a
did
lot
dunk
of points allowed.
I mean, I've
Dunk
gotten
on.
screwed.
That
That's
is true.
that is the most. He can't help that.
That is true.
That is true.
I can't.
That's 50
So-
more than the first place has in points.
Yeah, look at the
So
first
tell me,
place.
tell me what
First
this
place
bet is,
has-
though.
But you're
Tell
also
me
the
what this
lowest.
bet
But
is,
you're
though,
also
for
the
the
lowest
trade.
scoring team.
Yeah,
Not
but
a
I mean,
bad
even
combination.
if I had gotten,
I mean,
Look at those trades.
that is
Look at those
not
trades.
lowest
Oh,
scoring.
Fantasy
Unbelievable.
season from hell.
Look at that.
Lowest
Look at
scoring
the
versus
trades.
highest again.
Those aren't all trades. Those are waiver wires. Those are
Well,
pickup
transactions. Yeah.
transactions.
That is
Oh, man.
very
Come
Oakland
on,
A's.
just remember, I bring in somebody each week to the clubhouse that's on IR to give a speech to
Oh,
the
that's
team.
right. Yep. Yep.
Oh, I forgot
So-
about that. Like you added Nick Chubb and then you added Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron
Yeah, it's
Rodgers.
gonna be this week.
I had
Anthony
I had
Richardson.
I had Nate Sudfeld.
Football.
I had Nate Sudfeld.
Hey, Will B.
I try and bring in guys
Your,
that are smart.
your game's food review, right?
Yeah, I used all my fab, my man.
You're already out of money. Damn, you need to go to Secure Money and get with Dan about me.
Yeah, I need a loan, man.
Oh man.
Hey, hit me up, bro.
Wait, you're down to how much? What do you got? What do you got?
Zero.
I got
Zero.
He
I
spent
spent it
his
all.
money
I'm
through
good.
me.
I'm good.
Can you
I'm
give us a
fine where I'm
zero, Eric? Give us one of those zeros,
A zero.
like playoffs.
Playoffs.
at. All I needed was a defense and a tight
Give us
end. I got one.
Fab zero.
Fab. Zero.
Zero. How do you have zero in the week 7?
I
Hey
got
Ryan,
one I
take a
wanted.
look at Ryan. Take a look at who has the most money in the league still left.
No,
Purdy,
it's Purdy.
though.
It's Purdy. Purdy's got
Purdy.
150.
Yeah, he should
Yeah.
he should be the one spending all that money, man.
Right, shit. Good
It
call.
should
I
be
didn't see
us.
that.
Look, you know what? It makes sense. 2 of the guys realize they can't improve their team on waivers anymore. Gabe's food review
Oh, give me a
and
break.
MF, and so they're nixing the trade because they don't want to get bypassed.
No, I've improved my team by spending my wad, man. I'm good.
Who'd you pick up off waivers? You spent like
So you guys let Dalton Schultz sit on the damn waiver wire for 2 weeks after he's been putting up like 20 points a game, and I took his ass for $5. $5. And I need a tight end week 9 because Evan Ingram's going to be out.
yeah, I
and
need
I
a
got
tight
the
end
Seattle
week
defense.
9 too, but I can't make the deal because it's getting nixed,
That's right.
getting vetoed 3 times.
That's how it works.
Yeah, like I said, just wait. The next trade that somebody wants to make
I think there's a cabal in
that
this.
doesn't involve
There's
me.
definitely a cabal in.
You're talking
NorCal
Hamas
Sports
on.
Network.
I'm playing Hamas the rest of the way.
Oh no. He's going full nuclear.
Are you gonna bomb yourself?
Oh shit.
Man, this is
He
unbelievable.
Very, very well could bomb himself doing some wacky trades in the middle of
Eric,
the
I
night.
still can't believe you got 5 quarterbacks, man.
I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
I told
chopping.
him to add a couple
Wait.
more because you never know.
Yeah,
There's
I might
no
drop
way.
a couple. Yeah, I got 5 quarterbacks.
I have
You
never
like that?
seen that ever. I've been playing fantasy football
You
since
like
like
that?
20 years, man. I've never seen that.
Most people stock up on running backs, not
Oh,
quarterbacks.
God. Oh,
That's a
Eric thought it was
Well,
a
first,
quarterback
dude.
league.
I got-
He thought he meant you had to have as many
Well,
quarterbacks.
the funny
as
thing is,
possible.
the funny thing is I was gonna have Burrow was gonna have the bye. I was like, okay, well, I'll start Garoppolo. Then Garoppolo gets hurt. I was like, okay, I'll just start Zach Wilson. I was like, oh, Zach Wilson's got the same bye as fucking Burrow. And then Trevor Lawrence may be questionable for Thursday. So I was like, I'm gonna go pick up Beathard.
Oh, man. That was too good.
You ought to just keep them all and drop those other guys so that they can help the rest of the league.
Yeah, I'm gonna be dropping some.
No, just drop the other guys. Keep the QBs. You never know when you're going to need a QB.
Yeah, QBs get injured a lot. You never know.
Yeah.
So I guess trading in, let's see, what is this channel called? NorCal Sports Network? That's the league. The league's called the NorCal Sports
Yeah.
Network. Shoot, who has all the money? Collected all the money. Dang.
Oh, here we go.
Maybe I'll just send everybody's money back, $75, and we'll just cancel the league since you can't
hell
do
no.
you can't do anything in the league to try to improve your team.
Says the guy who's made the most moves of anybody.
Yeah, but those moves are, yeah.
I want double my money back.
Oh,
I'm serious.
All right.
Tiered money.
I'm right there, man.
Okay, look at this. I get rid of, let's say you know what would be best is if the league, if just nothing happens and Taylor just starts being RB1, he becomes the guy again. And Christian Watson does what he did last year. And who was the other schmuck I was getting rid of?
Rasheed
White.
Rice.
No, White. I'll just keep, you know what? Let me show you guys something.
Hey, with all these ifs and what, I'm going to say this right now, Dan. If my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle.
That's an old school line for sure.
That's a good
Wait a
one.
minute. This is getting funnier by the minute.
I mean, fantasy is so week to week. I mean, look at McCaffrey was like the MVP of the league 2 weeks ago, and
Right.
then now look if somebody had traded for him, what they're sitting on. You just never know, man. Just never know.
There you go, Dan. You should trade for McCaffrey. That'd be a good
yeah.
target.
You know what? I'm just going to make this deal right here.
Or we could
Just-
do a 1-for-1. Bijan for McCaffrey.
Taylor?
No,
I'm not
not
doing
Taylor.
that. No.
Not Taylor. Uh-uh.
What do you need, Dan? I'll make a deal with you. You're feeling generous tonight, obviously.
here it goes.
There we go. All right. How's that for?
Yeah, Graves is right. Yeah, you have to give your money back plus 6%.
What the?
$75 for 6%. I could do that. That's about $4.50. I give everybody.
Vito!
No, that you guys agreed to that though.
We're gonna have to get something in writing.
Let's see what happens.
You guys agreed that Dan and I would do the punishment together.
Yeah, I thought we were going to do the punishment.
Oh,
together.
that's not in the trade, though. Hang on a second here. We got to run this back then.
Yeah, we got to
We gotta see
You
a
didn't
signed
business. This is,
contract.
you guys sent a sneaky trade to be sneaky traders. We got to run the stipulations back.
Yeah, I'll do the punishment again. I'm confident Bora won't finish last. Watch him run. What? You know, it would be hilarious. Just absolutely hilarious. This trade goes through. Bora runs the table, goes 8-6, and wipes everybody out in the playoffs because
You won't
Taylor.
go 8-6 with that trade.
Yeah, you guys,
He's gonna finish dead last.
Trock, well, you like that stipulation. You're okay with that?
What's the stipulation? I don't know. What's the stipulation?
That if
I gotta-
Bora does finish in last, Dan's got to do it with him.
We got to both walk around the shirt.
What's the real punishment, though?
That's the Ryan Smith amendment to the bylaws.
But did we change because there was conversation about changing the punishment because Kapler's not here anymore? So I would love the end guy to wear a Speedo. So I just want to see Dan wear a Speedo.
No, it's not. We don't have to wear a Speedo. We have to wear the T-shirt.
I'll
That
wear.
says-
I'll do. I won't do a speedo to the ballpark, but I'll wear a speedo and hold a sign on the middle of the street or something.
I will have the trade for that. No problem. But Dan, you got to do it too. Alongside Bora.
Oh, geez. I don't
Oh,
need
that would look so
Look,
weird.
I got grandkids.
If you finish last, you
I
got to wear.
I can't have my picture in some, you know how many people have a phone. I can't.
They make
you know-
balls. Do they make a bra for your balls?
Oh no, they probably do.
Yeah, if I lose, I have to shave my head. How's that?
Oh,
There we go.
You know, hey
Kyle.
Dan, how about this? You don't have to do that, but if you lose, that picture that has your face with Kapler and the Speedo, I will buy a billboard in Arizona and I would put it up there. That's
No. It's just like I said. I got.
Dan's got a lot of business in Arizona.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Hey, you might get some more business, Dan. It's all about
Oh, the long can
You
I-
get more
that's
business
kind of
hanging that billboard in San
Hey.
Francisco for sure.
Yeah, it's the kind of business I need.
Isn't that the guy
yeah.
we seen on NorCal? What is this?
I'll call it the high Hardwin marketing.
Wear a Speedo on Market and Van Ness with a sign that says "Honk if you like Farhan."
Oh boy.
How about if I wear
Oh,
it down there on
man.
Castro Street?
Getting groped.
Oh my god!
Oh Jesus.
Oh, come on, you guys. Serious. I mean, I'm serious. Listen to this. The logic behind this. Here's the deal. I might just nix it myself because you know what? He's one play away from Charbonneau becoming RB1.
Eric, can you add that to the screen?
Rice becoming wide receiver one with Mahomes.
Oh, Jesus. There you go, Dan. There's your new billboard.
Oh man!
Oh man.
Oh,
There's no way this guy put that up there. What the heck?
You know this market, man.
Are you hiring that dude to sell your house? I guess if maybe you're a chick, you might, huh?
Oh,
I
man.
don't think it's.
God, dude, that guy
Alright,
was,
That was
cleaning some
great.
leaky pipes, brother. That's bad news.
Oh man!
Look at Graves.
Oh man!
Oh gosh, this show's going down the toilet quick.
Okay, that's right.
So here we go. So here's my thinking. Taylor could outperform Bijan.
No,
Is
Dan, it's not about the trade. It's about the punishment. That's the problem.
Are they accepting? I mean, they don't want you don't want to finish in last place.
No,
I mean,
of course not.
why? You know, Bora's like, hey, look, Bora's on my show. He knows football. He's
Well,
not.
okay. What if
Baseball.
we just make the punishment stronger, like worse, instead of just
Yeah.
like I'm not saying like a tattoo or anything, but
He goes,
like
yeah.
Yeah,
something a little stronger to like really prove
Yeah.
that I'm not colluding or anything.
So
bend
you gotta
over and
wear-
take the bat up the backside.
No, not that. No, not that strong. No, I don't want that.
Okay, not since we're talking about baseball here. Okay.
What's a harsh enough punishment to sort
Shave
of
your
like-
head.
No, I'm not doing that. No.
Oh man.
No. Shave your head. And I sent a super chat you guys never read, but it's okay. I'm gonna tell you right now. Shave your head, Bora, and then donate it to make a wig, and Dan has to wear it for a month.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Oh. Damn.
You know, when I look at this, you know, I'm going to pull this up. Hold on. I'm going to show you guys something here.
Wear a Speedo with Kapler's face on it at a very crowded beach.
Hmm.
All right, let me see if I can pull this off.
Hey Ryan, did you ever see the Photoshop I did today? I think you've seen it, right? Yeah.
Oh, I don't think he has. Show
I don't know
Ryan.
if I
Shit,
have.
Ryan, we've all
he
seen it. Now it's
hasn't
Ryan's
seen
turn.
it?
It's
Oh,
Ryan's
my
turn to see
God.
it. We've all bear witness to this now.
Oh,
Behold
my
the glory that is.
Oh, this is probably my best work ever.
And Dan's getting ready to like. I probably could.
Yeah.
Look at that great.
Oh no!
Wait a minute. Let me see. What are you doing? Oh gosh.
That would be great on a billboard.
You know who's
So
on the, you know who that was on the beach, right?
Oh yeah, Kapler.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. Come on. Give me
Oh yes,
Ooh.
tee shot's got a great one. Boris shaves top of his head, leave the sides. Friar tuck it. I
Wow.
like it.
What, like I just shaved it?
Like a friar tuck haircut, yeah. This top of your head.
Holy crap.
Imagining Boris hair on Dan's head. Oh man.
Where the heck is that? How do I
Let
get
them have their trade, man.
Mm.
It's not gonna make 1 week. 1 week Bora's gonna get over, and the next week Dan will.
The ironic thing about it all is that it's not like Dan's like not gonna immediately trade all these guys away. Like he's not gonna have these guys at the end of the season.
Yeah, for real.
Well, excuse me, Bijan will have a bad day and then he'll get traded or something.
The over under is 2 weeks that he'll keep Bijan.
You'll be like, hey Trump,
Yeah.
you want to trade Eckler?
But the punishment is awesome to talk about, though. You know,
It
That's
is
good.
It's very
True.
special.
We can always
Hey,
we're always open for business, but we could talk offline because this punishment thing, I think is a lot funner.
Hey, guess what's being
Yeah.
reported by the AP? I'm gonna have to get into this on my show. Evidence shows Hamas militants likely use North Korean weapons in attack on Israel.
No
Ooh.
way.
So, yeehaw.
Yikes.
Well,
We'll get more
There's,
into that later.
well, that is gonna happen more and more.
Yeah.
We just sold a lot of like last year we sold a lot of fucking
Well, there's
artillery to those guys.
there's bigger things going on,
yeah.
but I'll
Yeah,
be
what's
getting
the
into
trade
that here
for it?
shortly. How much longer do you think you're going to go, Dan?
Just a few minutes.
Okay.
Hey, the
We-
trade's still there. The
we
trade
gotta
has
get
not
this-
been vetoed.
It has not been vetoed.
It has not been vetoed.
Okay, there we go. Maybe I'll veto it. I might. You guys got me.
There's a trade.
And the same trade as always.
I don't.
Or for the last couple hours, or the last, actually, excuse me, 4 hours now.
I wanted to show you guys something, but I was
Dude,
trying
no
to
one
find-
don't veto it. Just if we can't like get to a punishment agreement, then you can do what you want. But I mean, what about a speedo? Like a
It's already
Speedo,
gone.
Oh shit! As I was, man.
Yeah, it's already gone. The trade is gone.
It's vetoed again.
Yep, it's gone.
Maybe Proctor's pulling the numbers. Do you
It
think?
might be.
Can he
Maybe.
be doing it?
He's the commish, right?
Hey, shameless plug. Can chat? Can
Oh,
I
yeah.
get some subs to
Yeah,
West
go
Coast
for it, yeah.
Bias? I'm
Yeah,
trying
West
to.
Coast bias.
I'm trying to get to 500 because I'm a broke ass and I'm still looking for a job in LA and I'm trying to get monetized.
Come on, get
Uh,
over there to West Coast Bias, everybody. West
Absolutely.
Sell some
Coast
insurance,
Bias.
man.
There you go.
Ryan, are you going on for fantasy stuff or basketball or little? I know you're not tired of talking about the Niners, but what are you doing on a day to day?
So I've been doing just a full league recap and with like betting angles and everything on
Nice.
Sunday night. Sometimes do it on Monday night and then a week preview on Thursday. Now I'm going to be doing these fantasy things on Wednesday and then probably NBA, maybe NBA Tuesdays. And I'm trying to get into college basketball this year also.
How often do you talk about the Dodgers and Lakers?
Never. But I will. I mean, I will be forced to talk about the Lakers this year, but
Oh,
Hey, your Jared Goff at 30-1 is
already down to 19-1. Says,
yeah. That was kind of nice. He's gaining a little bit of steam.
and I'm definitely putting.
Thanks,
I'm
Kyle.
investing more if they lose to the Ravens.
you know, let me show you something, guys. I'm gonna show you guys something here. I don't know if I'll be able to. I was trying to pull it up on the screen and share it, but I couldn't. You know what? Oh, I know how to do it. There we go. Let me do this. I'll go
That's
to
pretty good, Senior.
fantasy.
Hey, Kyle subbed to your show, Ryan. There you go.
Yeah, appreciate
Thank you.
Yeah, I've been in your show a couple of times, Ryan, in chat.
Oh,
I like
thanks.
it. I dig it, man. I dig it.
Sweet.
Where is
it.
my?
Ryan, you should add Chardall to get numbers up.
I got to.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You have the fly.
Hey, Chardall, you can come on my show. I don't have really a show, but we could talk until you give me the top 10 about everything, and I'll give you all the answers.
That's
Rapid
top 5
fire.
correction.
Thanks, Chardall.
Oh shit! You guys see? You guys see private chat?
Going there now. Oh!
What was that?
Go look at the private chat.
That is.
Wow.
Oh, 5.
Yeah,
Oh,
why
gosh.
not?
Oh,
That's a punishment.
That is.
5 hours.
Talk about
Oh.
everything. Talk about everything under the sun.
Oh man. Oh, we just lost Truck.
Man, damn.
Hold on here. Let me see something. I'm almost.
Don't do that, Shardo. You don't want to walk around naked at Oracle Park, man. That's not good for your health.
What the heck?
Not at all, man.
Truck and
Truck
Chardall
and
would be
Shardo
epic.
live stream. I'm having a hard time thinking what the topics would be.
Oh gosh.
That one, like Dan's Dan's exhausted just from
He looks like he's about ready to pass out.
5 hours with that. Oh my gosh.
Just imagining it fatiguing him. Well,
All right, here we go. Get. I don't want that. Come on. Just get off the. Can you? All right. I don't know what's going. All right. So here we go. Now this is dashboard. Where is the? This is ridiculous. They had the. Do you guys ever look at Fantasy Pros?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, it has the rankings.
Dude,
Like-
there's also a trade analyzer in there.
Yeah. Trade analyzer, top sheets, trade finder, waiver. I mean, there's a lot of them. I've used about 7 of them. You know what? I've had like 4 come up and say, make this trade, and others say, no way, on different deals. So I'm not finding that. All right. That's just not doing it for me. All right. So we're going to try this, and then we're going to get out of here. So Eric can go do his show. And I've got. Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Okay, let me share the screen. Present, share screen, do. Okay, is that sharing?
Not
Yeah.
yet.
Yep.
There it is.
Okay, so there's the power rankings. I don't know why they got me on top. I would put either Heroku or Los, but
Yeah. What is going on there?
I don't know how they do it. They base it on your position, strength, all that, and it's just their opinion. You go on to
They
You
do it
go on-
wrong.
you go on to establish the run, it's different. You go on to 4x4, it's different. But look at down at the bottom. That's changed. Eric's moved up. He was 12 a week or 2 ago. He's now 8th according to their power rankings. Look look where Bora's at. He's at 7th.
Because
They're basing his team and his bench. They look at everything. You know, they look at the quarterback. Like they got me running back.
Happy
As
birthday,
well.
Chardal.
HBD
Oh, play
only.
happy birthday for Chardal. We got to play happy birthday. It's his birthday.
Will
Go
do.
ahead,
I did
Eric.
that last
Chardal.
night, so he gets 2 of them.
Well, he gets 2. Happy birthday, Chardal.
All right, let's find it.
We're gonna sing happy
Without
birthday.
further
to
ado,
Chardal.
here we go. Chardal, happy birthday again from NorCal Sports Network.
Oh, the ending is the best.
Oh
There
man,
you go. Happy birthday, Chardal.
there you go, Chardal.
So look, I mean, there is the league rankings. I mean,
ooh,
I
Don't
was
forget,
down.
I was at the top of this thing for like
Are those-
3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah,
those
you were,
rest of
you were at
season?
100. You were at 100 for a while. Now look, you're at 86.
Yeah.
That's because you gave away your fab money for all that.
It'll pay off. I'm crossing my fingers.
But look, those are the
Whatever.
guys that. I mean, if you look at the rosters, though, I would say that Brock the Party or Purdy has best chance of finishing last.
Purdy should finish in last just because he dropped the Browns last week on a bye. Thank you very much. I'll take that.
I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna finish in last. I'll put like $50 to every person in here. I'm not finishing last.
Oh, I like it. I love the confidence.
Okay.
He said in here, not in the league.
I love the confidence.
Did you guys catch any of the WNBA finals?
No, and I don't care.
Did not.
Don't put it on the NorCal Sports Network, please.
Oh, shit.
Not a sport I endorse.
I keep forgetting.
Oh
that
wait,
it
they
exists.
do. The finals is only best out of 5.
Top. Everybody, name me 3 WNBA teams here.
Oh shit, dude.
San Francisco's getting a new team.
I know. I'll be fan. Wait. What? It says that they became the first repeat WNBA champions in 21 years, and they're up 3-1. So I guess it's best out of 5.
Wow.
Could be.
Celebration.
Does San Francisco have a name yet or no?
I don't think so. What would you guys want it to be?
The Woman Warriors.
The Woman Warriors? WW?
Hashtag me too.
I'd say the Window Smashers.
The window smashers.
I don't look like you.
San Francisco Fog.
San
Pre-op.
Francisco Pride.
The Seals.
I said fog, not the word with an A. Fog. I don't want to say it.
The Sutro bathhouses.
That's associated with the city. Fog.
Um,
Short and sweet.
The Castro Delights.
from Dagtown. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You didn't hear what I said. Yeah.
Strong and independent. That'll be their name. You're the strong and independent.
Strong and independent. Yeah.
Too long, man. Are you crazy? Fog. 3 letters.
San
Yeah,
Francisco
you're right.
Fog. Yeah.
I
There
like
you
that.
go.
Strong and independent. Jesus. Fit that on a jersey.
You could probably get an acronym for
Yeah.
that. Mix
How
something
about-
up.
Inda to be continued on the back of the jersey.
Yeah. Just like wrapping around the whole bodies.
It's just gonna be a hashtag symbol for everything.
Oh yeah,
Hashtag
that's what it
everything.
should. Yeah, with the bleeding heart.
Where are the Who from? What city is the Who from? They're not from San Francisco, right?
No, they're from
No.
Britain, aren't they?
Britain, yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought, shoot. they were
Journey's
saying-
from San Francisco.
Yeah. I was going to say San Francisco Who, and then on the front and the back that cares. Who cares?
yeah, pretty freaking much, man.
I think
mean-
they'll probably actually do good in the city for.
I think they probably will. I mean, like once gamble, like I would gamble on my local WNBA team, some cheap
I-
tickets.
Seriously, I'm telling you, this is my take. Hey, look, let them play, and people want to support them. Go ahead, pay your money, support them. I'm not paying a dime to watch women play 2-3 feet below the rim. I don't.
Dan, they're subsidized. People
know.
don't pay. That's the
They
problem.
should lower the
Whatever.
rim. If they lowered the rim and got more,
Yeah, it might be an
dunks,
exciting
might be
game
all
if they
right.
dropped it down to 8 feet and saw some slam dunks.
Right,
I
exactly.
want to see. Can you see some women flying through? Yeah, that would look good. I mean,
Are
you
they
know,
going to be playing it at Chase Center?
Yes,
Why don't they just play at Oracle?
because it's a San Francisco team.
Yeah.
It's affiliated with the Warriors or
the-
something.
You know, the thing is, like, watching like the volleyball like collegiate volleyball players, like they
What's that?
jump so high, and like they're actually like crazy athletic, but I guess maybe they're just not tall enough.
All right, so we're going to get out of here so Eric can run his channel. What do we got in the chat? Okay, so
About
you
30
guys stick around. Well, not stick around, but look for the. Have you got the thumbnail out already?
No,
Eric?
not yet. I got to get into a StreamYard for me because I got to get into a different
okay.
StreamYard and
So
create.
probably be about 11:30ish, 11:45, somewhere in there, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I could give me about 10 minutes and I'll get it all set up.
Military History Chronicles. Or trade is that been vetoed or is it going through?
Right. I copied and pasted. I think it's yours. Is that right?
Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
San
Appreciate
Francisco
it, Truck.
Hooters. Trolley
Yeah, I got you.
chasers. The Golden State Trolley Chasers. I like that. Yeah, the deal as of now is pending. Wait a minute. No, it got vetoed.
It got vetoed. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I thought we were okay. All right, guys.
Notice how Dan is more upset than Bora in this DeVito trade, for record.
No, it's just like
Dan wants Bijan really bad, man.
I see you.
you know what? I might just end up keeping Taylor, and if he becomes the number one back in the league, and I win this league, you know what? I'm charging all you extra for the heartache. No, I'm competitive as the bad guy there is Trock, is Will, Hiroka. I know this is a competitive league. It's a cutthroat
All right,
league.
we got some good players in this league, man. Got some good
Yeah.
managers.
Good managers, yeah. I told Sean. He says he goes. He said I've never heard that term. He was cracking up. I told him when I lost to him. I says I got out coached. He says I never heard that term. I said yeah. You pulled up. You got the Logan Thomas the day before as your tight end, and then you picked up Ritter, and then he goes off, has a big game 2 weeks ago, and I lose by 7 points. And I played Jonathan Taylor in his first week when I should have been thinking with my head instead of my heart. You know, I thought, oh, Jonathan Taylor signed a contract. He's going to be great. Yeah, he wasn't even ready to. They played him 10 whole snaps, and I lost by 7. So I got out coached.
Hey Dan, I'm gonna go set my stuff up. If you could, you can shut it down.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right, cool.
I can.
I'll go
shut
set
this
it up right now.
Hey, everybody, join. Look for Eric's Military History Chronicles.
Chronicles. Yeah. Hey, Will, I'll be sending you over the link, bud.
Sounds good, man.
So yeah, and it's late nights with Eric, and I think they're gonna have Andrea, the psychic, come on from KMBR. What's up, bro? You got a question?
Oh, what was I gonna say?
I saw your hand go up.
Oh, I was just swatting away a fly.
Thought maybe you had
Oh shit!
So,
Gotta keep the fly swatter handy, man.
so anyway, I guess
Oh, this is what I was gonna say. You guys got to do like like a dead serious like award show. Like hand out like GM of the year, Coach of the year.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good idea. That'd be hilarious.
So do some awards for just being like the shittiest at something.
Dumbest trade of the year.
GM of the year. I want that. I want that
Comeback-
title. I want the
Comeback
#1
manager of the year.
Car-
Just like
the
if
team of
anyone
the
made a
year.
great
Here,
run.
Dan, all our trade will go through once we come up with a better punishment.
It could be called the Farhan Award, the GM of the year, the Farhan Award. There you go.
That's just the word for most transactions.
I don't know what the
The most
trade-
worthless ones.
Well, I get the Farhan Award because I don't trade.
Didn't we do a 3-for-2 trade and that didn't go through? We
No.
did. We
Oh,
did
yeah, we did, yeah.
Watson and Jonathan
Yeah, and
Taylor
I was
and
trying to
White.
talk you into giving Bora freaking Devontae Smith, and I messed it up for Bora. But yeah,
I could throw-
I would rather have Watson though.
all right.
I did offer Will B a trade a few weeks back. Did not.
He did.
I'm going to be really pissed if somebody else ends up with some of these guys that I'm trying to get. Yeah, well, I'll just make sure I'll be watching. No trades go through. No. Hey, let's just put it this way right here on NorCal Sports Network. You're hearing it from the man from NorCal Sports. No trade goes. I don't care who the commissioner is. I don't care what the veto power is. No trades go through without me approving it, because this is not a democracy no longer. This is a communist league.
It's war.
This has become a communist league. That's right. And anybody could have a rocket going your direction any day. No, I'm kidding, obviously. No, we'll just we'll figure this out. I don't know. It's kind of hard when you're just, trying to help both. I mean, Bora's trying to help himself. I'm trying to help myself. A trade should be good for both teams. And you guys obviously don't think it's good. You think it's one-sided. I don't know. I don't know why you guys are vetoing it when Bora wants it. He's sitting here it's not like he's sitting here telling you, oh, I'm not sure if this is a good deal. Thanks for protecting me, guys. Anyway.
Well,
I get trades sent to me all the time, and I've had like 3 or 4 tonight. I've turned them all down. Guys
I'm
are
trying to help the kid, man. I'm trying to help him out.
But some guys are trying to take advantage of like I got offered Rice and White for Mixon. Rashad White and Rashad White and Rashee Rice for Joe Mixon. That doesn't float my boat. That's like, I'm not going to give up that kind of depth for a guy that isn't a whole lot better than Rashad White. So
No, I'm not being held hostage. I'm just trying to work out this trade. I'm calm before the storm.
yeah, we were trying to get it done before Sunday. Now it's pressing into. It would have been if we would have made it.
Thursday night football. Tune into West Coast Bias tomorrow with Ryan. He'll give you his pick for the night.
Yeah.
There you go.
Which
There you go.
I'll give it for free. I'll give you for free. If you want to just get some action on the game, I'd say just tease the under and the Saints. I think Saints are going to win outright, but there's no way this game is going under. I would just you don't really want any fantasy
It's
guys.
funny how many people refuse to bet unders just because they want to see scoring, but
I know,
they hit a lot more than you think, man.
especially primetime unders.
Yeah, coming off of a short week.
Yep.
I don't know where that music is coming from. Matthew says he doesn't like it. Anyway, we're out of here, guys. We may make another trade here. Bora and I will. I don't know. Like I said, it's not cool when you can't. Bora's making his own decisions. I'm not twisting his back, his arm behind his back, you know.
Trough
It'll be
likes
fine.
the villain rule.
Anyway, trying to find the exit out of here. I haven't done this in a while. What's the schedule coming up? Yeah, Matthew, Eric's coming on here on his own channel. It's called, what the heck's it called?
Oh no.
Military History Chronicles. Military History Chronicles.
D
look
shot.
Look for the look for it. It's a brand new channel. Subscribe so you get the when it comes on, you'll get the heads up. Military History Chronicles coming on in about 10 minutes, and you'll be entertained for hours. So go for it. And our next show probably Saturday night, right, guys? What do you think, Bora
Los,
and
you up to
Los? Saturday night.
Possible.
Yeah, we'll do a 49er preview, even though the game's not till Monday, but we're not doing it Sunday. Or we could just do it Sunday if you guys want to just do Sunday night after. What do you want to do? Saturday night or Sunday night?
I think Sunday night next year would be a little bit better.
Oh yeah, maybe you have to be late. I don't know. I might not be available. I'm going out to dinner with my family, my son and I forgot.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll be back. Stay tuned, guys. Different channel coming up. Thanks to Rye. Don't forget to subscribe to West Coast Bias. Get over there, subscribe to his channel, West Coast Bias, and you'll be lots of good stuff over there.
Almost at
And-
500.
Yep. Is he? Where's he at?
Close.
Pretty close.
28 away.
28 away. Get up there and subscribe. West Coast Bias, everybody. And Eric's coming up next. You guys, I don't know what the link is for Matthew. Eric's going to put it in. You're going to have to search YouTube Military History Chronicles. Look for it, subscribe, and then you'll get the notification. Military History Chronicles. We are almost out of here when I find this darn thing. I'm sorry. Come on, where is it? All right, we're out of here. Have a good night, everybody. Talk to you soon.